Time for our big interview. Jason Weigandt, Jason Thomas. Now we got the GOAT, Ricky Carmichael here. This is from High Point, and we're going after a weekend off to RedBud. I feel like this 250 story has been so similar all year, RC, where Hunter Lawrence, I'm calling him the executioner. He executes. He gets it done. Do you still feel other riders, now that he's won 4 in a row, still would feel, oh, no, I can still get one of these going into the next round?
Oh, certainly. Absolutely. I do believe that. Just the talent is there. The speed is there. So it's a lot of fun to watch. Myself personally, when I'm not at the races, that's what I look forward to. Like, okay, who's going to be able to react this weekend? And it makes it fun.
But, Hunter, I'm going to ask you this. He's been through so much, Europe, bad seasons of injuries and all that. Is that part of the reason we're seeing him? He manages these days so much better than the rest of the guys who seem to make the critical error that he doesn't.
Well, I talked about this in Supercross once in a while, that I really feel like he's been able to take everything that he's learned the last couple of years, and now you're seeing the culmination of that. He's been able to execute everything that he has learned, what to do right, what to do wrong. He knows the ropes, the dieting. I think he was having diet problems or whatever that was, but now everything is right. The train is tracking forward, and I think we're going to see a lot of this from him for a long time.
Yep. All right. But the other 250 guys got to feel like they have a shot. Now, the 450 had been a little bit more obvious because Jet had been in complete control, but we did see some things change here, at least today.
Yeah, and I think it was a couple of things at work here. I don't think Jet had his best day. I haven't seen him crash that many times. I mean, it was multiple crashes in qualifying practice. He even mentioned just the uncomfort that he felt all day. They were kind of searching on the motorcycle, which he hasn't been doing at all. And I think this track also works really well for Ken Roczen, right? So there was a lot of dynamics all kind of converging here today. Kenny came in with nothing to lose, no pressure. He did, you know, if you crash, who cares? He just wanted to have fun. And there's something to be said for that. You can really ride looser. You can really be aggressive. When everybody else has all these things in the back of their mind, Kenny can come in and be like, yeah, this is my one weekend to go for it. So there was a lot there, but at the end of the day, I still think there's something to be said for Jet making it happen, right? It could have very easily in that second moto just settled and taken a second or a third, and he's like, no, you know what? I'm only 10 seconds down. I can figure this out, and I can get back to the front, and that's what he did.
We talked about it before we went on air. It was another situation and another stepping stone towards his progression in the Premier class. And he's going to make he'll make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. As there's more challengers, but he's just that good. He really is.
And I'll give you credit. You said it during Supercross that he could end up being the best, one of the best that's ever done it. Like 100%. He has that ceiling and that level of talent. And I agree with you. I don't think we're really seeing the best of what's to come from Jet. I think he's going to keep seeing these challenges, have to elevate his game. And he's one of the few that has the talent to continue to elevate. Some people just end up running out of talent, and that's all they have.
That's their ceiling.
Jet's ceiling is really high, and I don't know where it is, to be honest.
Okay, but Roczen challenging him here, and he's not going to do every race. Do you think if you're Chase Sexton, for example, on the sidelines, we don't know what the future is for Eli Tomac, does that encourage them a little bit to say, okay, it wasn't like he walked Kenny by a minute in each moto? I
mean, if they're trying to think positively, of course, right? I mean, they're probably thinking at home, well, I know I'm better than Kenny in this situation, and, I know I'm better than this guy in that situation, and you have to keep a positive mindset. None of these guys that you just mentioned, Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, Ken Roczen, all of the guys, they're not just going to concede to the guy. They're going to give him everything that they have, and I don't know if I've had this conversation with you, but I feel like Jet is here, okay? And the level that the other guys are going to come up, they're going to close that gap. So I feel like, yes, we haven't seen Jet's ceiling, but I feel the other guys have more area to improve compared to what Jet does. I think working mistakes and just learning is what Jet's biggest challenge is going to be, not necessarily actually going faster.
All right, last thing, we're going to RedBud.
Yes.
Let's just talk about that atmosphere first.
It's the best race on the series. I mean, you go back to last year, not only the race in general, but the Motocross of Nations. It's epic. It's an epic vibe. It's, July 4th weekend. I mean, it's a big party, let's face it.
It is.
I won't be there partying. I'll be somewhere else partying, but I will be tuned into you guys.
Okay.
But, yeah, there's so much to look forward to. Like, when I think of RedBud, I'm like, all right, who's going to challenge Jet? Okay, and then I go to the 250s, like, who are those guys from the 6th to 13th range that are going to improve in the 250? That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, and we'll see if anyone can finally end this for the Lawrence brothers. Will they go halfway through the season without having lost a race? We'll see. Tune in at RedBud after a weekend off. Thanks, RC.
Yep, thank you for having me. It was fun. Good job to you guys today. And we'll see you on the tube at
That's right.
RedBud.
Yeah, we're going to get you at Southwick. That'll be fun.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.